Far Cry 4 was the unexpected winner of E3 2014 thanks to an explosive cinematic trailer, the promise of inclusive co-op and, most importantly of all, elephants. With all that in mind, we've got 7 awesome things you can look forward to in Far Cry 4. First up, let's talk about the cast. You play as AJ Gale, a mysterious operative tasked with taking out a terrorist-like organisation causing havoc in the Himalayas. He was born in the game setting of Kyrat, but raised overseas, giving Far Cry 4 a distinct fish-out of terrorist-infested water feel. This also means he has history with flamboyant antagonist Pagan Min, the self-appointed king of Kyrat. More than just being an off-the-peg villain, Min wants to take you on his journey. In the words of Ubisoft, he isn't just crazy, he's a man so out of touch with wealth and power that he doesn't even operate in our universe. Although you could probably tell that from the frosted comb-over, flamboyant purple suit and the selfies. We'll talk about gear next. AJ has an almost insurmountable task ahead of him, but thankfully he's very well tooled up. We've seen him wielding an automatic crossbow, C4, knives and a sickening selection of borrowed firearms. It's not all just offensive stuff though. He's packing a grappling hook which helps him scale the craggy, mountainous surroundings, thus opening up some awesome, almost Batman-like possibilities when paired with your wingsuit. We've been told that you won't get the wingsuit straight away, but other traversal options will always be available. And that brings us neatly onto vehicles. This being a Far Cry game, there are loads of ways to get around. The glider is back, which can be used in conjunction with the grapple, as well as the usual selection of cars, trucks and tuk-tuks. Most useful of all though is the Buzzer, a chunky gyrocopter perfect for soaring over Far Cry 4's deep valleys and raining down death from above. There are also loads of inventive things you can do with the vehicles, like packing a car full of explosives, chopping the brakes and watching it roll down a hill like a hand grenade on wheels. A really big hand grenade for someone with really massive hands. Let's talk about location next. As we mentioned before, the location in Far Cry 4 is Kyrat in the Himalayas. Whereas in Far Cry 3 you are limited to exploring an island, the landscape here is vastly more diverse. Instead of being waterlocked, you're flanked on all sides by impassable mountains. The rugged landscape means you'll have a ton of options when it comes to climbing, what modern journalists like to call verticality. But Ubi has promised forest, lakes, rivers and more. One of the biggest Far Cry 4 stories out of E3 related to multiplayer, specifically the news that you can get in on the action even if you don't own the game. The idea is called Keys for Kyrat. When you buy a PlayStation version of the game, because yes, unfortunately it's Sony only, you can share those keys with your friends, letting them join in your campaign online. It's likely it will have a time limit though, so if you enjoy zooming around on gyrocopters and exploding heffalumps, you'll need to splash out eventually. A quick word about expansions next. It seems like madness to talk about DLC this early, but the neon craziness of Blood Dragon can't help but make us wonder what Ubisoft has planned next. When asked, they said that they wanted to keep surprising people. That means that even if it's something outlandish, it probably won't be Blood Dragon 2. Our personal vote is for 7 Years in Tibet DLC, where you climb mountains, think, and make friends with the Dalai Lama. And finally, we've got the one you were probably waiting for. Elephants. As in Far Cry 3, animals are everywhere. The Himalayas are home to such varied fauna as snow leopards, red pandas and rhinos, and you can even bait the animals. However, it's the elephant that stands tusk and trunk above the others. They were seen raising hell in the E3 gameplay. You can mount an elephant with a single button, stamp your enemies into minced oblivion and charge them into combat for some trunk-based violence. Or if you're a complete moral vacuum, you can stick C4 on Dumbo before setting him on your foes. That's all we've got for now, but please let us know what you're most looking forward to about Far Cry 4 and like this video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget you can also watch more Far Cry 4 gameplay by hitting the on-screen links now.